Okay, I'm doing a course on healing attachment wounds. And according to attachment style, there is secure attachment, anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, and fearful avoidant, which is a mix of the two, anxious and avoidant attachment. So I'm just going to talk about anxious attachment, right? And what is anxious attachment? So, anxious attachment is when you really, very often, you really fear abandonment. And what ends up happening is that you need validation, proof of love, proof that you are loved by someone else. So, if someone else isn't giving you that approval, attention, validation, meeting your needs, you feel unloved, right? It's like your self-worth is gone and you may really spiral emotionally. So you do feel very lonely and you feel unloved. So as a result of that, you're going to try to get those needs met. You're looking for this proof that someone loves you, and you don't understand why you feel this way, and you keep trying to get it from someone else. But that's exactly why this wound keeps being reinforced, and the outside keeps validating your biggest fear that you're unloved, because you're not giving it like to yourself, you're not validating yourself, you're not giving belief to, you're not believing in yourself. And what it feels like to other people is that you're trying to take their energy, you're trying to take their attention, you're trying to get something out of them, when and their behaviors, like they may be trying to run away from you actually, and their behaviors reinforce to you your worst fear, because you have this meaning that this means that you're unloved. And so you try even harder to, to prove it, to yourself that you're loved, by again trying to get it from another person, which it's impossible. It's a pattern. This is confusion of reality. In reality, you're whole. This is just a belief, right? This is just a trauma. It's not how in real life things work. You are just as good as anybody, any other walking person on this planet, right? You're equal. You're not less or more loved than anyone else. It's just that your belief system, your relational experiences that you might have really had volatile, traumatic, painful experiences. You might have been around people who were abusive or really dysregulated, who had their own fears and confusion, and their responses, you really took it personally. These people, they were acting out of their own fears, out of their own lens, out of their own uh, you know, uh, unhealthy emotional states, and but you took it very, very personally. You made it within yourself mean that you are not loved. So, it's an attachment issue. It's an attachment trauma issue, and it can be healed at the root, where all of that energy comes back to you, where you begin to really love, honor, validate yourself. You become secure, you become whole in yourself, you give that belief back into your, start to believe in yourself again. You really have to value yourself and love yourself in order for others to believe you, and to actually feel like you're whole, and you come into relationships and conversations and communications with people, and you meet each other in each other's lives when you're both feeling secure and you're both feeling whole. And that is the way to create secure attachment. So I created this course so that you can finally get what you're looking for, but it's just not going to be the way you're trying to get it. You understand? You still want, I still, very possible for you to feel very loved, and you should, and you deserve to feel loved. But the way that it's going to happen is when you meet yourself inside yourself, and you really, promise to yourself that you become the important one to yourself. But this has to happen through this unraveling of these emotions, of this past experiences that really hold on to those painful beliefs that you're unlovable and you're not loved, and why people always betray you and all of this. And when that confusion is lifted, when you meet it, and it is gonna make space for the truth to come back, for your soul to come back online. You're gonna really, really see. So, but you have to be ready to break this pattern. If you're still in the phase of trying to get someone else to love you in order to prove to be other someone else being a validation, it's just not going to work. You're going to keep getting the same lesson until you do it the way it's supposed to happen when you realize it's not the truth, right? So join my course. If you recognize yourself in this pattern, join my course, because it's really time to end this now. If you're ready to end this now, like for real, and live a very different life, I really invite you to come and to take this course. Whole Heart. It's called Whole Heart for Secure Relationships, 8-week program. Thank you.